How could something simple feel disjointed and confusing? Praying is universally understood, yet often there's a hesitant, uncertain feeling about it. The idea of connecting with God and talking to God is appealing. In this video, we're going to talk about how to talk to God. We know how to do it when we're under stress. In those break glass in case of emergency situations, most of life, though, is not like that. Why is it easy when we don't think about it, but hard when we try? For just a minute, what would it be like if you could talk to God with the same comfort and security as you talk to your best friend? Could you imagine having conversations with the God of the universe about everything from how good your coffee is to what you're afraid of, to what the future holds for your kids, or maybe even how to heal from the hurt you can't seem to get over? See, not only can you have this, but God wants to have this with you. Your relationship with God is not science, it's not action steps. It's a living, dynamic connection. But there are some things you can do to build it and grow it. A practice that people have engaged with for thousands of years will help you. The ancients called it silence and solitude. When I was a child, it was called having a quiet time. You might call it talking to God. Either way, it's a daily time set aside to be alone with God, to get to know Him through the Bible and prayer. You were created to connect with God. Jesus died to make this relationship possible. And yes, His death provides forgiveness, and forgiveness cleans the slate between you and God so that you can enjoy this relationship. And by the way, did you know the source of Jesus' strength while He was on earth was His own personal time alone with God? If it was important to Him, it should be important to us. So, how do you have a conversation with God? Honestly, you can have a conversation with God anytime, anywhere, all the time. But to help find a rhythm in your relationship, it takes some practice and adopting a plan of action. You need to start by making a couple of decisions. The first decision is when. When will I do this? This will never get comfortable unless it's something you do every day. So build in that set time. Put it on your calendar. Keep it like any other important appointment. When is the best time? When you're at your best. The morning works great for me and for most people because they're rested, their mind is clear, and it's a great way to start the day. But whatever time you set, be consistent. Second decision, where? Where will I do this? Again, you can pray anywhere, but setting a specific place and time makes talking to God more accessible, especially when you're first starting. Find a place that's calm, that's quiet, and that's easy to get to. It may take some creativity. When my girls were on the swim team and had to be at practice at 5:30 a.m. all summer, my place for connecting with God became the bleachers at Cactus High School. Sit on your patio, go for a walk, use the park. Determine where your place will be. The third decision is what? What is my practice? What do I do and for how long? I would encourage you, start with 15 minutes. A 15-minute two-way conversation. Take a minute to get settled. Take a deep breath. Clear your mind. And then read the Bible for 5 or 10 minutes. And we'll talk more on this in our other videos. But then asking, what God are you saying to me? This is the time to listen and to think. And then pray for 5 or 10 minutes. Respond to what God told you. Thank God for who He is and ask God for what you need. We'll go much deeper into effective prayer in the next video. You're going to have some problems when you start doing this. They're going to come. So knowing about them and preparing for them ahead of time can really help keep them from derailing you. So problem number 1, it isn't easy. This is going to take discipline. And that's why you have to pre-decide. Pre-decide, I'm doing this every day at the same time in the same place. Make those decisions now. Because I promise you, the benefits of talking with God, knowing God more deeply, seeing God change your heart, watching God work in the lives of the people you love, it far outweighs the initial struggles with change. It's easy. No, but it is life-changing. Problem number 2, we're easily distracted. We are, it's just true. So we have to fight back. Don't take your phone, your laptop, your tablet, your Netflix with you when you meet with God. If you're using a time in the morning to connect with God, get out of bed, get awake. Do whatever you can to remove distractions, even if it means getting up earlier to avoid all the morning rush in your house. Problem number 3, not feeling it. You will not have a life-altering conversation with God every day. just like you don't with anyone. It'll be easy to not feel like anything is happening. And listen to me, your feelings are real, but they aren't always right. There could be several reasons it seems like nothing is happening. Are you too tired or you're sick? Has God told you something and you're ignoring it? Are you just rushing through connecting with God? Or maybe you've gotten into a rut. Whatever it is, fix what's broken and you'll start to feel it again. Problem number 4, we're inconsistent. You're going to miss a day sooner or later. You've also missed lunch before, but I bet you kept on eating it. Don't get on a guilt trip, don't get legalistic, and don't give up. Just start again. You can do this. Schedule it, commit to it, and do it. Now, it takes about 2 months. Researchers will tell us that any new practice in our life takes time. So eating healthy, going to the gym, beating an addiction, learning something new, it all takes time. It takes about 3 weeks for a new practice to become familiar. It takes another 3 weeks for it to feel comfortable. The 7th week, it locks in as a habit. And by the 8th week, you have adopted it as part of your lifestyle. So make talking to God part of your lifestyle. You're made to flourish. God created you to live life with Him. And talking to God is a core part of that life. Our next video breaks down how Jesus prayed and gives us great insight into how we can learn from Him. I hope you'll join us.